What is up, everybody? Master Darkpoi Gaming, I am Darkpoi, and welcome to the channel. I would like to introduce to you the Unicorse bonus event. Coming up first off the tee, we have Boyka. Boyka is kind of the Valley Troll, but to me, he is hilarious. I'm absolutely thankful to have him on the Darkpoi team. Next, coming up off the box, we have Nugetti. When I first made this post about needing pizza box slingers who don't mind bashing their heads against the wall, Curly Red and Sprinkles, shout out to you guys, they reached out and they were like, you need to get a hold of Nugetti. Nugetti responded very quickly and was absolutely down, and I am thankful because Nugetti threw down some crazy rounds. Following next, we have Korvus. Korvus is formerly known as Zin the Zinny. Zin has done all kinds of crazy work for the community. He's done Hops and Heiser work, he operates with the Discords, and he's a fantastic community member if you don't know. Next, we have Leighton. Leighton reached out and was like, I'm down to smash my head against the wall with pizza boxes, and I was very thankful. Leighton showed up and definitely threw down. Last but not least, we have Zonker coming off the tee. Zonker is the brother of Zin the Zinny. They have an awesome competitive relationship with each other, so it'll be nice to see how these two perform against each other. Coming off the box of hole 2, we have Boyka leading us off. Boyka makes it around the Mando. Ooh, unfortunately, he lands right in the water. Let's see if he can capitalize on the putt and hits the chain off. Next, we have Nugetti. Nugetti takes a high aim. Let's see if they can get around the Mando correctly. Oh, he didn't make the Mando. That is a tough break. Add a little extra ante. There's the roll. So you can see there that the roll is possible, but it's not quite as easy as you might expect it to be with our normal shots. Leighton takes the box hole 2. Let's see if Leighton gets around the Mando. Another player unsuccessful. What makes these pizza boxes finicky is that they are not easily adjustable, especially when it comes to the wind. I find adjusting your shot with the wind with the pizza boxes is tough. Alright, let's see if Zonker can get a good shot off here. Oh, clip the edge of the mountain. That's a bad break. I feel like everything was lined up correctly there, and it would have been okay without clipping the edge of that mountain there. Great adjustment. It's unfortunate it went in the water there. See, that's my problem with this event, was the putting. I just could not get these pizza boxes to stick. Alright, let's see if Korvus can make the Mando. Thinking about the shot, a little indecisiveness. Oh, I didn't make the Mando again. Yeah, so these holes were laid out by my sons, Alexander and Constantine. Alexander is 7, Constantine will be turning 6 next week. So these layouts were created by my children, but their version of Nightmare Disc Golf is throwing pizza boxes or throwing discs that are way overstable for their little arms. So, what a great way to have them involved in creating such a nightmare layout for all of us to have fun, you know, beating our heads against the wall in frustration. Alright, we have this dog leg right here. Now, whenever I throw this hole normally, I like to go for the ace run. I don't know if a pizza box is even possible to get over there from here, so I commend them. When I threw my hole here, I just couldn't get it to stay in bounds. It was not very good. Oh wow, look at Nugetti aiming towards the sky. Oh, that was a great shot. You got to think that if other players in the Valley think Nugetti is one of the best pizza box slingers, there has to be a reason. You watch these runs, you're gonna see. Nugetti throws down, along with Leighton. If there were 2 people during this run that I would say watch the most of, it's Nugetti and Leighton, because between the 2 of them, if they were playing best shot, they would have crushed this event. Unfortunate to hit the cage there. Can Korvus keep it in bounds? Let's see. I want to take this moment to say, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. It helps tremendously. You gotta love the enthusiasm. It's like in real life when the players like try to like get the disc to push. He's over here swiping his phone like turn, 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 turn. I like that. I dig it. Alright, let's see if Zonker can get himself a good play here. Nope, gonna be OB. Seems like the turn turns more when you don't want it to, even in the wind. Seems like the fade really pushes in the wind. Hole 4, we got the Ikigai Enzo hole here. Nugetti aims towards the sky, throws what appears to be a revolver type shot. You gotta love it. Risk it for the biscuit, you miss it, but that's okay. Long as he doesn't ruin the putt here, it'll be alright to take the par or take the bogey. Taking the bogey. I guess I was thinking big thoughts. To hit that drop zone shot with a pizza box would be super difficult. Alright, let's see if Korvus can keep himself in play through the trees. Ooh. Little too much fade there. Smart to kind of toss it down there, get the solid finish. Again with the bogey. So this bonus event is something that you're really going to have to play smart throws on. Yes, all of them are ace run holes. However, keeping them in bounds is going to be difficult in itself. Having to worry about chain outs is going to be the second biggest concern. So as long as you play smart plays and just try to play for pars, you should do well in this event. Alright, let's see Leighton's throw here. Oh wow, nice. Nice, you gotta love the swerve in between the two pagodas there. That was solid. Leighton taking the birdie. Let's see if Zonker can keep himself in play. Nice, good solid shot down there to keep it in play. Missed the putt. Again, that was also my problem. I just could not figure out the putting. Hey, but that right there, that was not a bad comeback for the par save. Got to deal with the out of bounds issue. Not just going long, but the water out of bounds issue. Wow, Leighton almost slapping the ace. That's what I'm talking about. What a great shot. It's unfortunate it hit the cage like that, but I gotta say, that was awesome. Let's see if Zonker can get himself a great approach. All right, kept it in play. Finished out with a birdie. Great run there. That almost looks like the aim lineup that I would take with my warship. That's a pretty smart play. I dig it. It looks like just playing it towards the basket to get that fade into the island is gonna be the play. Korvus also making a great run at the ace. I really thought that one had a solid chance. Let's see what Boyka can do here. Ah, there it is. Yep, that fade into the water. Drop zone putt. Full collapse. Off the band. Not good. Not good there, Boyka. But that's okay. That's what happens with pizza boxes. You can't even be mad at yourself. And if you need a better example, look no further than this hole right here. Zonker clipping the tree on the first shot. There you go, nice safe play. It's going to be a long putt. I know that if I had to take a putt this far away with the pizza box, I'd most likely miss. It just turns such a crazy turn, and then when you try to adjust, it just seems like it doesn't want to cooperate. All right, so you saw the backhand play. Let's see if Nugetti hits the forehand play. Clean. That forehand play, I think, is going to be the play. Can't get too frustrated when you don't land those putts on the pizza box event because the pizza boxes are so dang big. Korvus putting in a great ace run there. I really liked the look of that line. Can Leighton hit the forehand run as well? Oh, clipping the barrier but keeping it in play. Landing the birdie. Great line. Great play. All right. You can tell Boyka was feeling it on that last little mess up on the island play by missing that drop zone shot because Boyka struggled to make the island here. And honestly, I'm not even mad because I'm telling y'all, if you saw my runs, you would see that even Boyka's little tragic mistake here, it was still better than what I was able to accomplish on this hole. This would be the type of scenario you're going to find yourself in when playing this event. You know, don't collapse too much. Don't quit out. Just keep running it. You'll get there. That's part of the frustration, but that's also part of the fun. You do get rewarded for your frustrations by getting the participation disc. It is a beautiful design. Shout out to Fergie one more time. All right, let's go into hole 7, see what we got. The play is definitely making this island. Not making the island is going to be a struggle. What an amazing throw-in shot. It's a shame that didn't land Korvus. Leighton, let's see if Leighton can keep it in play on the island. I know when I took my run, I threw it in the water about 5 times before I realized that I wasn't going to make it and had to play at least for the inbounds play on one of the islands so I can make the next shot here. Great run there for a big shot. And then an around-the-world putt. You guys have to check out Aaron Christensen's video on around-the-world putting. He's absolutely correct. It's one of the most vital skills that you can have in the game. I definitely recommend it. See how Nugetti played the island and still went OB. That's the play. You can't be mad if you go into the OB. But by playing the island, you can guarantee yourself a second shot that's going to get you over by the basket. Hitting the tree here didn't do him any favors. However, you got to do what you got to do to get that finish. Minimize the bleeding, if you will. Zonker keeps it in play. What a great shot. A little luck to keep it sticky on the side there. Good play for par. Excellent run. Alright, can Boyka recover from his mishaps? Not quite yet. Having a pizza box with water skip is almost useless. You know, that's how I feel. However, it skipped off the water there, so I gotta at least give credit there. Gotta love the little roll into the cage. It's alright, Boyka. Not a quitter. That's what matters. Alright. Can we see an ace run on 8? Gotta say, having somebody hit an ace in this bone event would be quite amazing. Let's see if Zonker can get a great approach. Oh, I really enjoyed that shot. That was great. All right, and then is able to stick the birdie. Great run, great run. Oh, Korvus hitting cage, my dude. And then to punch through the tree to get the save for the bird. Nice. Nugetti, can Nugetti hit the ace run? Aimed a little low there. Oh my. Oh my. That was quite the lift. That has to be one of the most tragic putts. I felt like the tree didn't do anything to stop that disc whatsoever. And I gotta say, I would have aimed high too, because my experiences say that that disc is gonna fall through that tree, and it's unfortunate it did not fall there. Boyka throwing short, keeps it in play, has to throw through the tree, hits the tree. That's an unfortunate mishap. You could tell the frustrations are mounting, but hey, gotta keep on keeping on, right? All right, we have this island hole here. I am not quite sure if running like the water skip play is the play. Leighton just displayed there. Ace run is possible. What a great shot. Able to keep it on the island for the birdie save. Can Zonker keep it in play? All right. Okay, so we got a backhand play and a forehand play to showcase that both of those shots are possible from the tee. So take that information when you're running your runs. Korvus aiming hard right, depending on the fade. Oh, that was an unfortunate end there. I feel like if you throw a water skip there, that skips off the water. And can Nugetti keep it in play as well? Going for the forehand play as well, and oh my, hitting the cage. Tragic that it bounced into OB. Should have stayed, but didn't. This is the game. That was wild. Boyka keeping it low, relying on the water skip, but like I said, I feel like the water skip on the pizza box is useless. It's unfortunate it clipped off the log there. Going into hole 10. We are now in Constantine's Flings. This is Constantine's layouts. These are his 9 favorite holes in the game. You can tell our players are getting used to the flight paths. They're getting a little bit more comfortable with putting. Play to keep it out of the OB. Little short there. Nice little pitch up to save the par. You're going to see that's going to be the play for this event, running pars. Ooh, nice play. Does not fall down into the hazard. That's what you want. Can Nugetti hit the putt? Oh, that's what kept happening to me. Even when I was on aim, I kept chaining out, and it was driving me bananas. There's Korvus with that enthusiasm again. I dig it. Oh, Boyka with the big skip to the left. That is a long putt with a pizza box. Not a bad approach. Props there. Alright, hole 11. What do we have? Can somebody even get close to the ace? I don't believe so. I think it's just a little out of range for a good flight. See Leighton there trying to play the late fade, but clipping the tree there kind of stopped that from doing what it needed to do. Deciding to go with the re-tee may have been a smart play. I don't know if thrown through the trees would have landed him close enough for the guaranteed putt, so you can't blame him for that. Zonker getting a nice late fade. Nice birdie. Can Nugetti get us up? See, that is amazing. Just the idea of that shot, that aim. Nugetti for sure is the pizza box master.
Sound stripe. Sound stripe.
Can Korvus get close? No, I'm not sure there is an ace run. If there is, you would have to know the exact aim point in my opinion. Boyka taking a page out of the book of Nugetti with the sky aim. Not a bad result.
Sound stripe.
Unfortunate chain out though. Alright, I find a lot of players like to throw roller shots here. I am not a big fan of that. I like to go with a direct shot. FD1, top chevron is usually my play for the ace. MD1, middle chevron, just below it. Pizza boxes were a whole different game. I think I threw into the tree like 5 times before I got it clean down there. And Leighton just throws a direct shot to almost hit the ace. Tell me that wasn't close. Wow. Can Nugetti get close off the tee? Oh my, going to the left of that tree off the tee, that was risky. But tell me that didn't almost pay off. And sticks the birdie. Great run. Korvus going to the line down. Unfortunately clips the wall. Now has to go with the disaster putt. And sticks it. Great job. Boyka going with the risky roller line. Hits the tree save, but still throws him low. Can he hit the putt? Turns a little too much. Unfortunate, but was able to save the par. This dogleg rate downhill, I think, is one of the reasons why pizza boxes break people's brains. You know that if you put too much anhyzer on a shot, that it's going to go into that OB. But with pizza boxes, you almost have to put anhyzer on the shot, because if you don't, then you're going to end up with a wonky shot and a long putt. Korvus takes his shot, almost a direct pullback with a slight hyzer, gets the turn out of it around the Mando. Easy finish. Nice, nice. Can Zonker get the turnover? Zonker gets the flip up and the fade. Got the long putt though. Those pizza boxes. I'll tell you, that's probably the worst part about the pizza boxes is the turn on it, you know? What would have been nice to get a pizza box putter that had extra fade on it. Leighton gets the stick for the birdie. Great run there. Played it safe down around the Mando. Boyka also taking the straight pullback line. Long putt. Saving for the par. Going into hole 14. What makes this hole dangerous is you can, with pizza boxes, end up on any side of that hill. So playing it so that you can get as safe to a flat spot near that basket is the smart play. It's not the easiest shot. Do not underestimate this hole with pizza boxes. Can Leighton get the safe play for the birdie? Solid. There it is. Safe play. Get over there. Get the stick on the birdie. Korvus going forehand. You know, I think Korvus is a lefty, so that might have been his play. I'm pretty sure that Zinni plays left and right. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask him on that one. Korvus and Zonker giving us exact opposites with the same results. Great runs. Can Boyka? Oh, wow. Wow, with a weird little roller play up the hill. Unfortunate, couldn't capitalize on the luck of the roll up the hill. That was a great shot. I wonder if that's repeatable. All right, biggest concern here, y'all. Do not get into the water. That's the key. You go in the water, you're gonna find yourself with a long putt, and it's not gonna be good. Just getting over the lake is going to be the key. Oh my, that was a great shot. Great shot by Zonker there. You know, it seems like this is an aceable hole with the pizza boxes, but it's not something I'm familiar with enough to know. Just the idea of an ace with a pizza box to me is quite wild. Nugetti throwing over the basket. See, that would be a big concern, I think. I think going big skip with the box here is not the good call, but Nugetti gets saved with the pizza box landing vertical in the water, getting that exposed piece of disc so that the game doesn't hit him with the OB. And I'll tell you right now, anybody who has a problem with that, I don't. The course gives and the course takes. And when the course gives, you take it, man. The course takes from us all the time. So when you get a good blessing of luck, you gotta roll with that. Boyka going with the roll skip around the tree, long putt. Wow, that was a great putt with the pizza box. Okay, here's another chaos hole. Pay attention to our players, because when you have to run this hole, you're going to see that there's a lot of shots that can go wrong. Leighton gets saved by the rock there at the end. Lands it for the birdie. That is a fantastic run. Leighton having a second round epic run. Bogey free. Boyka getting the crazy roll down the hill with the wind lift. Tell me that wasn't fortunate. Can Boyka capitalize? And he does. Great birdie, Boyka. Way to bring it back after the late end round one there. Can Zonker get around, work the fade, and he does to keep it in play. This is no gimme putt by any means. Exactly. The chain out is brutal with the pizza boxes. I wouldn't have even been surprised if that putt right there chained out. Well, can Nugetti keep it in play? This is quite the shot. Nugetti keeps it in play. Can they capitalize on the putt? Oh, that was dead center, and it still spit out. That's unfortunate. Oh, and Korvus hits first available. That's going to come back. Didn't throw a full shot. Ended up with the early fade, and gets down and over, but ends up OB. Korvus with the struggle bus. It is real. This is that moment. That was rough. Going into 17, I know this is aceable. This was the most ace hole in the last pizza box ace challenge that I had. I think like 4 people hit aces on this hole. which is quite amazing. This is, by all means, it should be a birdie hole, but with pizza boxes, nothing is a gimme. Play this one smart as best as humanly possible. I think Boyka was expecting the box to hit the other side of the creek and kind of flip over. Didn't work out the way that it looked like it was intended to work out there, but hey, it happens. Zonker with the overshot. Nice little stubby log there to stop him from going further. Overthrows the putt. Luckily not in the water. Nugetti with the run here. Can Nugetti hit the ace? And oh my goodness, what an ace run there. I was hoping that was going to land so bad. Oh no, Korvus with the weird drop at the end. I can't explain that. I don't want to say that's just the way the pizza boxes fly, but that is what it is. Now, going into hole 18. This hole is a big drop, and with the pizza boxes, you can see the flight paths do showcase that. So, Nugetti gives us a great example of an off-the-tee shot that's going to give you an opportunity at bird. Great run, Nugetti there. Leighton taking the same relative line. It fades late, but gets saved by the rock. 51 feet, no gimme by any means. Oh, with the unfortunate chain out. Great bogey-free round. Can Zonker get the safe play? Relying on the wind, that's how I ran my shot, and I think that's the play. Gotta run with that wind on that late fade to get you over by the basket. Boyka tries to go for the forehand line, but unfortunately clips that rock right off the tee, which in turn sends him into the water, having to settle for the bogey. Korvus with the lefty play. Fades too hard, ends up touching the water, but the disc is still in play, hits the band, keeps the par there. I want to thank all the players for playing along. You guys really helped me out in a pickle here because I know that my pizza box rounds were not going to do anything for anybody. I hope this helps as a walkthrough for all the other players in the valley. Get those pizza boxes out and get your practice on. The wind is brutal for this event. Whoever gets first place in this pizza box event will win a custom in-game disc. Thank you so much for sticking through the entire video with me. This is Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi, and hopefully I'll see you in the future.